Level 16 is coming to Clash Royale. I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing. We'll go through this together, even though it's 6 p.m. on Monday, because I've been sick in bed all day and I barely feel good enough to do this video. But I want to get this out for you guys because I think this is important. 2v2 League is on the way. Pretty good. I love that. Hopefully just keeping it as a permanent mode. I need this as a permanent mode. We need more things to do. New evolution box, expanding on how you can earn evos. If this is good for free-to-players, I'm all for it. That's the second best thing I've seen in this article besides 2v2 League. Trophy Road will get reworked. They just reworked it, but I'm honestly a big fan of it because I don't think pushing to 15,000 trophies for people to play ranked is ideal. It's pretty good for players or content creators or just people that play the game a lot. That's fine. But for most people, like myself before I did content creation and took the game as seriously as I do now, maybe every time I went to the bathroom, I just whip out Clash Royale, play some sort of monstrosity meme deck, and then went back to what I was doing. Not everyone has the time to push to 15,000 trophies or max out a new deck that's a currently meta because maybe the one they've been upgrading is not as good as it once was, but it was as good as once as it ever was. Why am I making references during this? I'm super confused. Biggest part of all, the update is something heroic. This is my educated guess. It's either some sort of new concept like evolution, or it's a new card rarity. I'm gonna assume new card rarity. Like how Brawl Stars introduced Ultra Legendary, something higher than Champion for Clash Royale. Ignore the hair. I have ran out of hairspray. And reminder, I'm sick, so please don't bully. First, we'll look about progression. I am a huge fan of progression. I need this progression update to be good for free-to-play because that is the main player base, and I want you guys to have good progression, please. So they're getting rid of Elite Wild Cards. So Elite Wild Cards are gone. I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing. I'm only like 6 or 7 cards away, unironically, from maxing my account out all the way to level 15. As long as it's good for free to play. This is a W update. If it's good. I haven't even read the entire article. Let me just keep going through it. They're saying that Elite Wild Cards were weird because people didn't know what to upgrade because I'm gonna assume, you know, the meta was shifting. P.E.K.K.A. Goblin Giant, Golem Beatdown with Baby Dragon. Things getting buffed and things getting nerfed. I'm gonna assume it's because of that. I mean, if it's gonna be easier for free-to-play players, at the end of the day, if it's good for them, it's a W for me. Any remaining Elite Wild cards in your inventory will be automatically converted into gems, which can be used to purchase cards of your choice through the new Gem Economy rework launching with the update. I feel really bad for the players that spent all their gems on emotes. That's not the greatest thing to see. You can now buy exactly what you need with gems. So instead of, because in the shop, the only way to get cards is by literally buying shop offers on the Supercell website for common, rare, epic, legendary of just wild cards, because there's never been a direct way of buying as many of the specific card as you want besides buying the wild card and then putting it into that one card. We see many players in situations where they've maxed out their book inventory with no good time to use them. We've also noticed that the value of books didn't scale well between levels. Well, yeah, because you were supposed to use the book of common, rare, epic, legendary on when it was from 13 to 14. For newer players, getting access to a book via an event or maybe getting it out of a drop, they were like, okay, I can upgrade this level from 6 to 7. Unironically, why did I just make a 6-7 joke? Newer players didn't know that, so they were burning their books on like lower level cards, but you're supposed to use them at level 13 to 14 to maximize efficiency, and not level 13 with half the cards upgraded. You got to do it with like a card that you upgraded from 12 to 13 with no cards invested in it and then getting that to 14. That was like the best method to do so. Even though the card that you probably played a lot was halfway upgraded, like let's say you use Knight, you had Ice Spirits that was brand new level 13. You want to put your book into that card because that was just the best way to do it. That was the most efficient method. So I mean, it's happy that they're removing books. Hopefully this new update's better for free to play. As long as it's good for free to play, it's a win for me. Books are getting converted into cards. Like wild cards of whatever rarity. Don't convert them into elite wild cards because elite wild cards get converted into gems. And I assume maybe you don't have that many elite wild cards, and I'm gonna assume books give you way more. So we'll go through this more here. They're also adding more ways to get random cards. Good. That's all that matters because I feel like there's been more gold than cards recently and you're hardly getting anything, especially specifically what you want. Common, rare, epic, legendary, and then, you know, Book of Books. So obviously Book of Books gives you gems. Other ones give you actual cards. Level 15 gives you 7,500. That's a lot. That's a lot. 1,400 for rare, 180 for epic, 20 for legendaries, and a partridge in a pear tree, which is 6,000 gems for a book of books. That's a lot, actually. I will not lie. I'll take it. That's really good. I've gotten out of hand on mine, I would say. 8 Book of Commons, which that 8 times 7,500 is 60,000, I think, if I did the math right, which is compared to 60,000 plus 45,000, I'm gonna have 100,000 common cards and still no 6-foot tall blonde woman. It's actually devastating to say. Also, I also know that not everyone's account looks like this. I think I could be on a next episode of American Hoarders. My collection has been getting out of hand. So if they're removing this, I'm gonna assume do not convert your books into wild cards, because they'll get converted into gems. Getting a free upgrade for your book is way more efficient than you're just converting it to wild cards that convert into gems, because they're removing wild cards. So I'd say keep the books, but someone will probably do a more deep dive on as to what to do. So keep that in mind. Don't burn anything. Wait till like an actual day, a deep dive actually comes out for you guys. Magic coin conversion rates, 120,000 for level 15. So that's a lot of gold, but for someone that has the gold cap of 5 million, for me, this means nothing because it's just gonna disappear into the ethers. But it's a lot of gold though. I am happy that they're giving gold, but I'm just saying for me, it's just gonna, are they gonna raise the gold cap? Hopefully they mentioned that, because 5 million gold, I can't tell if it's a lot or a little, because, you know, there's a new card level and I'm gonna assume it costs more. A new huge milestone designed to keep progression meaningful for players who've already maxed out their decks and are looking for their next goal. Let's see if this is good or bad. I'm not the most excited, but if it's good for free-to-play progression, then it's a win. That's all that matters. We've all reduced cards and gold upgrades requirements in mid-levels to keep the pace smooth and consistent. So that's good. Let's see what the new one is here. Oh, wow. So level 11 for rare and epics are dropped from a 40 to 400 to 300 to 30. That's already looking pretty decent. Common is still not touched until 13 and 14. So common's still about the same. Rares are getting a huge change. Epic is still the same at level 12. And then legendary and champions are getting a bit of a rework in the 13 to 14 ranges. 7,500. Okay, so one book of cards is 7,500. So I'll have 8 free common cards to upgrade. That's so many. It's so many common cards. There's so much to it. I'm a huge collector, so I'm a little bit excited about this, but this is from someone that plays the game a lot and who's a content creator. So it's cool for me. Not everyone's gonna be stoked on this. And with the main player base being free to play and just people that, like how I was beforehand, playing on the toilet in between whatever I was doing in my life, I don't know. This is just weird. Hopefully they just have more of a deep dive on what it's gonna be like in a new TV Royale or some sort of update talking about this more. Along with the update, like whenever the update drops, I'm gonna be doing it live to just go through everything and see how much I can max out, because I have a crazy collection of just cards. And if I can't max out everything to 15 or from 15 to 16, we'll see how this goes. The new level 16 is not going to be free. Level 15 is going to cost 90,000 gold, but level 14 is no longer 100k. It is only 60k. 13 is 40, 12 is 25. Previously, you know, 12 is 35, 75, 100,000. So it's spread out thinner and it's more accessible for people. So I think that's a good thing. On paper, it looks good. I still don't know until the update actually drops and we actually experience it, or they talk about it more in a TV Royale, or someone does a really good deep dive, because I am not the best with numbers. So, yeah, hopefully someone has a better deep dive on this, but that's just interesting to see. Any wild cards received from books that exceed your storage limit will overflow. As you saw earlier with my common collection, I had 45,000 over 5,000. So that's what your inventory will look like if you have books that will have it overflow, because I'll have 100,000 out of 5,000. That's good. They're not disappearing into the ether. We will get our resources to actually use to upgrade. I am happy about that. Based on our feedback from the release of level 15, ranked cards in ranked will be capped at level 15 for the first 6 months after release until May of 2026. I don't know if 6 months is enough time. I mean, it'll be enough time for people that play the game religiously, I would assume, but I don't know how this is for free-to-play. Overflow copies of max cards will now convert into crystals. So instead of getting elite wild cards, because, you know, if your card was already maxed out at level 15, you got elite, or 14, you got elite wild cards. Their new system is crystals. What else does it give us? Crystals are a new currency that you'll be able to exchange for cosmetics in the shop, starting with a number of exclusive emotes. We'll share more on that closer to the update. So instead of elite wild cards, it's just crystals. You no longer need to finish the entire trophy road to enter ranked. Thank God. That is a great update. That is actually huge because I know so many people in my chat have been asking how to like get tips to push to 15K because I know a lot of people haven't been able to hit it. It's so far. And now they're lowering the requirement. Thank you, Supercell. I think that's a huge W because 15K is outrageous just to get access to playing, and then you got to push champion. That's so many games. Not everyone has the time to do it, so that is a huge update. As of November, this next season, 10,000 trophies get you access to ranked. So for those that have missed out on ranked for a couple months because of, you know, pushing through 15K trophies, welcome back to the rank system. I'm very happy. I'm gonna assume it is still gonna be okay. Yep, there it is. Reaching champion ranked will continue to ensure the mode stays unlocked in the following season, but it is going up each month. I'm gonna assume 12,000 is March, but then they just said that you no longer need to finish the entire trophy road to enter rank. So maybe 11,500 is the ranked cap, and then you can go to 12,000 trophies just because you want to. That's good. As long as it's not at the tippy top and it's not 15K, I think that's fine. Don't make any drastic changes to your account. And by that, I mean buy anything or just get rid of resources that you already own. Let's wait for someone that actually knows how to crunch their numbers efficiently to tell us what to do. Because from what I'm seeing, don't do anything crazy. Let's just, we got a while to wait till November 24th. We got at least 14 days. We got 2 weeks to wait on this. At the end of the day, as long as free-to-play has good progression and they give out more cards, they said they're going to give out more cards, and they give out more resources, and they give out more rewards, and less having to spend on credit cards, so max out your deck, because, you know, ranked will be level 15 for 6 months. Trophies will be at 10K starting right off into the next season of November, so you don't have to max out your deck to level 16. That's on its own really good. That's a good way to start it. You don't have to max out your cards level 16. You do have 6 months to do it, but they're not forcing us to do level 16. That is good, but only time will tell. Love you guys. Take care. And I need to go see a doctor. I think I'm drastically sick. Oh my God. Oh my God.